Hey guys, Ryan here. So today I want to talk about what the zombie apocalypse would have been like if we started it off from the governor's eyes. There's a lot of stuff that would have happened. So this is video 1 of 2 for today, because right after I film this video I'm going to film another one, because Angela Kang has been talking about season 10 and everything and stuff we can expect, like involving the whispers and some stuff people will go through. I'm so excited, guys. I'm actually about to throw up. I've never been this excited for anything in my entire life. I'm literally so pumped. But yeah, so if we started the zombie apocalypse through the governor's eyes, this guy right here, we would have saw his daughter die. His wife died like a few months before the apocalypse, I think, in a car accident. But we would have saw that happen. We would have saw him like lose his mind and go psycho. We would have saw him collect the heads and that kind of stuff. You know, it would have been really cool to see his daughter die, just because of the fact that, I think that's really what made him go, like, psycho. So we would have saw him meet Merle. That's really interesting to think about, because I didn't even think of that until right now. We would have saw him meet Merle. That would be crazy. We would have saw him meet Martinez and Thumper. If you guys don't know who Thumper is, that's like the big dude with the bow and arrow. Him and Martinez are like, his background, or like his right hand guys, I guess. Like Negan has Simon or whatever. Anyways, so we would have saw so much, because that's one of the things that's like actually really cool thing about, like, if we did start it from the governor's point of view, we would have seen so much that would have we would have, I don't know, like, basically like another TV show. If they did do that, I would be so on board for that, because we would have saw so much, and we would get Merle back in the Walking Dead universe, and that's something I didn't think about at all until right now, and that really got me excited. And also, I'm gonna be doing this in 3 parts. The first one's the governor, the second one's Negan, and then the third one's gonna be the Whisperers. So yeah, that's what we're doing right now. I'm trying to think other villains we can do. We could do Gareth. Like, I don't know. He was there for, 4 episodes? So, nah, I don't think we need to do that. And then there's, like, Joe, but that's not really. So, yeah, we'll do 3 parts, over the course of the week leading up to San Diego Comic-Con, because the trailer is in 4 days. But yeah, guys, this idea really got me going, because that'd be so cool to see his daughter die. We might even get to see, like, a flashback episode. Like, I'm trying to think of this in a point of view of, like, if this was a TV show. Like, if they made this. Because, like, say, like, The Walking Dead never existed, but it was called, like, Governor Rise to Power. I don't know. They make, like, a book series about the governor, so, which is basically kind of like what I'm doing right now, but instead of, like, transferring the books into a TV show. But I haven't read the books, so I don't really know exactly. But anyways, enough of that. So we would have seen, like, a bunch of stuff. We could have even seen, like, a flashback, because his wife died in a car accident. Negan's wife died of cancer. So I mean, like, yeah, I guess they are kind of psychotic. When people lose their wives, like, even Rick. Yeah, there was a meme about that, and it was Daryl, and he's like, "You wonder why I'm single?" And it was like, Rick loses his wife, sees her, and talks to her on a phone. After she's dead, Negan names a bat after her, and, like, the governor combs his dead daughter's hair. It was a funny meme for Walking Dead, but we would have saw him find Woodbury, him rise to power. We might have even seen if they had, like, a former leader, if they did. So we might have seen a little bit more with Andrea and Michonne there, like, and cutting back between them and the prison in a few episodes. We might have seen just full-on Woodbury and what it was like and everything. We would have saw, I mean, I guess we did get this flashback in 2 episodes, but we would have seen a lot more of the governor from, like, when he was gone for the first, like, 5 episodes of season 4. We would have saw a lot more of him there and, like, that kind of stuff. So that would be really cool, because we would have gotten to see a lot more. The governor is definitely my favorite villain, too. So we would have got to see a lot more of him and how, I don't know, his psychotic acts and stuff, how he, like, you can tell that his daughter was probably the turning point for him, but there might have been more to it, of him losing his wife before the apocalypse and him going psychotic before the apocalypse. His first victim of where he cut their head off and collected it and put him in a fish tank, and I don't know, just what his intentions were of doing for some of the stuff that he did. Like, he kept walkers in that, like, little courtyard thingy that Michonne found and killed, and why he decided to keep his daughter alive, and why he decided to keep her in this cage or whatever. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that happened with the governor. That's why I think that the governor is the best villain, because I mean, Negan's gruesome. Don't get me wrong. Negan is, like, so is Alpha. But the governor had such a backstory. He had such a connection with some of our core characters. Like, Negan, yeah, Rick, Daryl, Carl, he had some connections with them. But the governor actually was, like, in a relationship with Andrea, and the storyline that him and Andrea had through season 3. I'm okay with what happened with Andrea. I really wish that she was still alive, but it's okay what happened. Some people are just completely against it and everything, but I really think that that's what made the governor such an amazing villain, is that one episode, the 14th episode, I think, of season 3. Yeah, Prey, I think it's called, where he chased Andrea down and, like, captured her, and she made it to the prison, and then in the last second, he, like, comes up behind her and takes her out and then kidnaps her, and then it ends with it, like, going through the doors, and you see her tied to a chair. And then, like, the parts that really annoy me, though, of TV shows is when, like the part of the episode where she was about to shoot him, and then Milton stopped her, and then, you know, he ended up being the cause of her death. It really would have been cool if they did show the governor in more of season 4 than just, like, 5, 6, 7, and 8, because he was at the very, very end of episode 5, but it would have been better if they showed him a little bit more of his storyline where he met people, and then, like, throughout the entire season, you're like, he's getting ready to go kill them. He's getting ready to go attack Rick. More anticipation is building up. And then episodes 6 and 7 might not have been as boring as they were. Like, they weren't horrible episodes. They weren't, like, I don't know. They just were a little bit less boring because we only had one key character there, and that he wasn't even, like, I don't know how to explain it. He was a cool character, but we didn't get more of, like, the psychopath version of the governor. It was more of him, like, trying to create an army to go kill everybody. So it was, you know, it was a lot of the anticipation. It would have been cool, though, to see him mixed in a little bit more. Not actually interacting with our characters, but maybe have, like, them finding out he's alive and not just showing up with Rick and them, like, getting worried or getting prepared for battle. Because those are, like, really interesting points in a show. Like in Game of Thrones when they were getting ready to fight the Night King. Or the Battle of the Bastards, season 6, episode 9. That episode, the rise up to the battle, of Sansa, or not Sansa, like them on this side and Ramsay on this side with, what's the little brother's name? Rickon, with him over there. Isn't that his name? Is that his name? I don't even know if that's his name, but anyways, you know, like the build up to the battle and then him running across and Ramsay shooting him and him dying, like the build up to that, and then you finally get the big battle. Like, the build up to a battle is some awesome points, and if you see a battle coming 3 episodes ahead, you have to wait till episode 8 of season 4 for that. Like, that's a long time to wait, and that's like a lot of anticipation building up. Now, you don't want to build it up too long, but if you build it up, like, good enough, it's really that point where someone is so interested in the series that they just cannot wait to see this battle. And then they see the battle, and it really paid off in that episode. Because it was like, that's one of the best episodes of the series. But I don't really know. I mean, the governor's story arc was such a good story arc. His the way he almost killed Rick, and then Michonne saved him. He had a relationship with Andrea. He had a little connection with Michonne, because Michonne, you know, took his eye out, killed his daughter. In the comics, I love telling people this, though, that haven't read the comics, like, the Michonne and Governor battle in the comics is so much more brutal. She, spoiler warning for the comics here. Actually, never mind. I'm not going to say it, because I know people that are going to watch this video that haven't read that. But anyways, it's a lot more gruesome in the comics. It's crazy. So, Yeah, it would have been really cool to see that up until, the governor died. More of him, because he was a really awesome villain. We probably would have, been behind him if we saw his daughter die. We would have been like, oh, that's the reason, he has a reason. I mean, because Rick's reason is Lori dying and him going through everything he did with Shane and the baby and all that. So, I mean, yeah, there was a lot of really cool moments with the governor. He had such an awesome. He was probably the best. I think he's the best villain of the series and always will be. We haven't finished the Whisper arc yet, so I won't say if she's better than Negan, but I do think that they are better than Negan. The Whisperers, just because like the way that they are with like them having to wear the dead skin and just like their beliefs and I don't know, their tactics and how they survive is a lot more interesting than what Negan is, where he just goes wherever he wants and takes what he wants. The Whispers is a little bit more believable because this world will drive you crazy to where you take drastic measures to survive, like with wearing the dead skin as an example. Like that's psychotic, that's crazy. You would never. I mean, like that was such an brilliant idea when it comes to Robert Kirkman. So, anyways. Leave down below, who's your favorite villain? That's going to be the question of this video. Who is your favorite villain? I expect another video coming like very soon after this, or at least you expect at least 2 videos today. So, Comic-Con is in 3 days. The Walking Dead Season 10 trailer is in 4 days. I'm just getting so hyped right now, guys. I've never been more hyped for anything before. It's just literally crazy, guys. I'm so excited. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.